So for my video today, I'm going to be doing a hamster care guide. I don't have a whole lot to say for this intro, so we are just going to go ahead and get right into the care guide. So this video here is actually a two-part video all about hamsters. One part of the video is going to be how to set up a hamster cage, and the other part is going to be how to care for a hamster. So with these two videos, hopefully you get lots and lots of knowledge about hamsters and their care and their setup. So make sure after you watch this video, you go over and check out the other video. It will be linked in the description, as well as I will have a little iCard right here, and it will be tagged at the end of the video as well. So make sure you check them both out, as you don't want to miss any of it. Hamsters need a minimum of 450 square inches of floor space. Almost every store-bought cage you will see is way too small for hamsters. Almost none of them provide enough room. Good options for hamster cages are 40-gallon aquariums or larger. You can make homemade bin cages using a large bin such as this. You can make DIY cages. You can use large guinea pig cages as long as the wires aren't too big for your hamster to escape from. There are tons of options out there, and there are super cheap options as well. To make a DIY bin cage can be extremely affordable. I know many people also use the IKEA Detolf as a nice hamster cage. This here is a 40-gallon breeder, but as I said, there are so many different options out there. Hamsters are burrowing animals, so it's important that you provide them with lots of substrate. I would definitely recommend providing at least 4 inches of substrate, if not more, for them to burrow in. Hamsters love to run, so it is super important that you provide them with a wheel to get lots of exercise on. A Syrian hamster needs at least an 8-inch wheel, and a dwarf hamster needs at least a 6-inch wheel. Wheels that are too small can lead to lots of problems, including very serious spinal issues. It is also important that your wheels are a solid surface. As you can see here, this wheel is completely solid. There is no gaps or holes or anything. Wire wheels can be very dangerous for hamsters, as they can lead to issues such as bumblefoot, and your hamster can even get its feet stuck in the wires and could seriously injure them. So regardless of what brand of wheel you choose to use, just make sure it is a solid surface for them to run on. In the wild, hamsters are naturally prey animals, so it's super important that you provide them with hide houses to feel secure in. As you can see, Pumpkin here is currently hiding in her little igloo. I have multiple hiding spots for her, such as this igloo here, this little tube. She has this wooden hide and this little thing back here. Hamster's teeth also never stop growing, so it is super important that you provide them with chew toys. As you can see, I have a ton of chew toys here scattered throughout her enclosure. A lot of her hides also double as chew toys, like this wooden log one here. She can obviously chew on the wood. In this little tunnel here, she can also chew on. I believe it's just kind of made out of hay. She has tons of different chew toys in here, from solid wooden sticks and little wooden blocks to these fun little play ball things, and then that little apple and this cute little banana over here. Now, when it comes to bedding, you have a couple safe options. Believe it or not, but there are actually dangerous beddings out there that they sell for hamsters, and you will definitely want to avoid. Your safe options would be any unscented paper bedding and aspen shavings. Here I have a bag of Carefresh. This is one of my favorites to use. It's very soft and it's super fun. It comes in a lot of fun colors, and my hamster loves it. And then over here I have a bag of aspen shavings. Now, beddings you would want to avoid would be things such as pine or cedar shavings and scented bedding. As long as you avoid those, any other bedding should be safe. I personally prefer to use paper bedding over aspen, just because it's a lot softer. I feel like the hamsters enjoy it a lot more, but paper bedding can be quite expensive compared to aspen, so if you can't afford to get the paper bedding, aspen works just as well too. It is perfectly safe for your hamster. And obviously your hamster needs to eat, so it's always good to have a large food dish in your hamster's enclosure. It should be big enough for them to sit in, as they enjoy sitting in their food dishes quite often. And then also the food that you choose is quite important. This here is actually a mix I kind of made up. It is a mix of multiple different pet store brands. Here, all these little Cheerio-like things are the Oxbow Hamster Food, and then there is a blend of a seed mix in here. And there are also actually a couple mealworms in here. Let me see if I can find these. Yeah, there's a couple pieces of mealworms in here as they're actually really good for hamsters. They have quite a bit of protein in it. So this is my personal hamster food. Like I said, it's just a mix of a bunch of different things, but there are tons of options. Though there are quite a few store-bought brands and store-bought bags of food that are honestly just crappy for hamsters, so definitely make sure you are getting a quality brand. Check the ingredients, check all of the check the analysis on it, make sure it has enough protein and everything like that. Just make sure you are not just going and buying the cheapest hamster food out there. Make sure what you are buying is actually quality and it is something your hamster will enjoy and keep them healthy. It's also super important that your hamster has access to water at all times. I would definitely recommend going with a water bottle like this over a water bowl, just because I find they tend to kick a lot of their bedding around and a lot of it ends up in their water dish and then they don't have any water left to drink. So while a water bowl can work, I would definitely recommend going with a water bottle over a bowl just because they can be quite messy. When it comes to cleaning a hamster's cage, it is commonly believed that they should be cleaned very frequently, such as once or twice a week. I personally would advise against this. The more often you clean your hamster's cage, the more it is going to stress your hamster out. Frequent cleaning is actually very stressful on them as everything is changing around and new scents are being added in, their old scents are being taken out, so it can actually stress them out quite a bit. I would recommend cleaning your hamster's cage about once a month. You can definitely spot clean more than that. I would recommend spot cleaning every now and then to remove a lot of the soiled bedding, but I would only really do a full clean out once a month because, like I said, frequent cleanings can definitely stress your hamster out. And always keep in mind that hamsters are nocturnal animals, so even though we enjoy being out during the daytime, they do not. Hamsters are most active at night, so they don't really enjoy being woken up to be played with during the daytime. They would rather be sleeping and relaxing. And because of the fact that they are nocturnal, that means they do the majority of their exercising during the nighttime. Keep in mind, if you have a noisy hamster wheel, that it may disturb you if you keep your hamster in your bedroom. So always keep that in mind before getting a hamster and choosing where to put the hamster's cage, because they can be quite noisy during night. So if you are a light sleeper or you just don't really want that noise during the nighttime, I wouldn't recommend keeping them in your bedroom. All in all, hamsters can make super great pets for really anyone of any age, as long as you are doing all of the proper research and willing to put in all of the work. Just know a lot of the advice they give you in pet stores and that you see online are incorrect. Hamsters need much larger cages than they sell in the store, so always make sure you do proper research before getting one, because there is a lot of misinformation out there. But as I said, hamsters can make great pets for anyone at any age, as long as you are willing to put in the work. They can be super fun and super enjoyable, and not only that, but they are super cute. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot about hamsters. Hopefully you learned all the proper information to keep them, as there is a lot of incorrect information out there. But all of that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and check out all of my social media. It is all in the description below. So as I said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.